Then they started to run the trailers. July 2nd, they came. July 3rd, they attacked. July 4th, the day we fought back. And it then escalated like a rocket. And I realized, wow, this thing has got some juice.
I snuck into a theater when it first came to New York. And the sound that you heard when the movie started was extraordinary. I didn't know what was going to happen. It's like the vision of the American flag on the moon, some kind of reverberation type music, a shadow over the moon, and I'll tell you, they all got up and shouted. The idea of boom, 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 something's gonna happen.
There were lines around the block, and people actually saw the movie over the course of the Independence Day weekend 2-3 times.
I was in Toronto making another film, and I wanted to take my cast to see Independence Day. It was sold out around the clock. Sold out for 2 days. Everyone and their mama wanted to go and see Independence Day, and they did.
I think the majority of the world has seen Independence Day. When somebody comes up and says, oh my gosh, you were the doctor in Independence Day, I love that.
The last 24 hours have been really exciting.
We were like in New York on a press junket, and all of a sudden people come in and they say, guys, we have to stop now. It was like kind of at 4:30 or so. And I said, why are we stopping so early? And said, well, you know, you got invited to the White House. There's a jet waiting for you guys.
We went to the White House to watch the movie with the Clintons, and that I really felt like, wow, we're getting a wide audience.
We had a good time working on the first one. We had a lot of laughs together and a lot of fun.
When I read the first script, Julius was not my first name. And I thought I was going to have a very difficult time playing Moishe. And then I met Dean Devlin. And I said, I can't play Moishe. And he said, okay. Well, who would you choose? So I thought of Julius Caesar. I don't know why. You know, it gets a little grander in my head. I said, Julius. He said, good. My uncle's name is Julius. So it stuck.
The funniest thing about the tunnel scene, everyone's like, Vivica, your hair was awesome. I don't know how your hair and the wind, it was like the greatest hair commercial. And then you saved the dog. When the dog came running through and you grabbed him, it was like, Mama! They loved it.
Roland has always been a big fan of improvisation. He brilliantly casts these movies with people who have the skill of improvisation.
Something you want to add to this briefing, Captain Hiller?
No, sir. Just a little anxious to get up there and whoop E.T.'s ass, that's all.
In the ship that we go up in, that was all blue, green screen, whatever it was. They had to describe what we were looking at because we were nowheresville. We were in Los Angeles on a set. What are we looking at now? Oh, the alien behind the thing. Okay, and what do we do? Oh, we got the idea, and we like you doing this. Me and the great Will Smith, we started to fool around and kind of make things up.
Look at us. Take a look at the Earthlings. I'll take care, all right? None but love for you. None but love.
Fat lady, da-da-da-da, and oops, and da-da-da-da. I remember it was really a lot of fun.
Can you get us out of here in 30 seconds?
I ain't heard no fat lady.
Forget the fat lady. You're obsessed with the fat lady. Drive us out of here.
Whitmore had such an iconic moment in the first one with that speech to rally the troops.
When we were writing the original movie, we wanted to do a scene kind of like the St. Crispin's Day speech, where the king, the president, sees his men are ready to go to battle, but they're nervous. And he knows he has to rally them if they're going to succeed. We go to write the scene, and Roland says to me, so we only have to write a speech as good as the St. Crispin's Day speech, no problem.
Dean tried to write it, because at that time he was the American, he had to write. I was like pacing down the hall, constantly kind of in with a pen, like kind of drawing and correcting what he had written. So he goes, maybe comes like back 15 minutes later and said, here it is. And I said, oh, it's pretty good.
Perhaps it's fate that today is the 4th of July.
And you will once again be fighting for our freedom.
So I said, look, let's not get hung up on it now. It's a placeholder, and we moved on with making the movie. Well, the day comes to shoot the scene, and I suddenly realized, oh my God, we never worked on this speech. I came running down to the set to see if I could fix it and work on it. And as I got to the set, he was mid-rehearsal. And as he did the speech, not only the extras, but the crew, everybody started cheering and applauding. And I was like, I think that works. We'll go with that.
Never change the word. Never change the word. It was a stroke of genius. Gene Devlin should become speechwriter.
And I'll see the speech written or some quote from it here and there over the years, where you realize this is permeated into the culture.
And should we win the day, the 4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday, but as the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.